All right, we got that jeweler guy. I think his name's Mike, God. Right?
Mike, what's up?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bring some acid next time we come up, and we hit some cemeteries.
Oh man,
wow. LOL. And Spotify has Spotify has the loudest ads ever made.
Right,
fuck Spotify.
That's got to be his hashtag, man.
Yeah,
that's
hashtag
be his,
fuck Spotify.
Yeah, can we get that going? Can we get that trending?
Well, there goes our brand deal.
Yeah,
there goes our 100 million.
Oh shit.
We're not even going to be allowed on Spotify. They're going to kick
Mike.
us out. Thanks, Mike, for kicking us.
Thanks, Mike.
But I'm all about the cemetery thing. I'm down.
And the acid.
He said he's all
Not
about
the acid.
He's
not
all
the
down
acid.
for the acid.
down for the-
No, you got to do the acid.
You got to
first.
do the
my
acid to
God.
go to the cemetery.
A little bit of the
Seriously,
acid
Could you
would be
imagine
fine.
me on acid?
I mean-
I would
Oh
go
my
to the
God.
hospital.
I couldn't imagine you
don't
on
know.
asprin,
It could,
dude.
it could just redo you, and maybe
Yeah.
It's actually
Wow.
true.
Well, it's interesting. They talked about
a lot of science on that.
Yeah, they did talk about hallucinogens
Yes, they did.
with anxiety.
Psilocybin, specifically, like from mushrooms, is really
No,
a
but
big
I'm not
thing.
gonna
not,
do that.
not going to rule it out.
Yeah, you
I'm
will.
not doing
Not
it.
rolling it
Yeah,
out.
you will.
No, I won't.
Yeah, we'll
Go
do
ahead.
it as a family.
Yeah, we'll do it as a family.
together.
Do it on the fucking podcast.
We'll do it on the podcast.
This is a safe space. It's a safe space, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Can you imagine? All right, let me know in the comments if you guys want us to do an acid
Shrooms.
night here.
Yes, yeah. Let us know. Hashtag
Sure, let us know.
AcidCast.
Let's get like
this is-
7,000 likes.
Speaking of cemeteries, the other day your mom and I
Straight to the moon.
did a nice walk, and we walked to the cemetery. We didn't go in the cemetery, but it was nice.
I like
There's
it.
something peaceful about a cemetery.
Yeah,
There
it's
is. No
death.
one's making any yappy noise.
No one's
around.
talking.
Well, you know what? Okay. So I had a thing that I wanted
Everyone's
to say.
sleeping.
So speaking of feelings and this and that, what is it? So over, what was it? Sunday. So I was very sad because every year we have a flower day.
Flower day.
I love working in the yard. I love flowers. Just, certain things make you feel good and give you really good feelings.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Mushrooms, apparently.
Well, sometimes. I don't know. I haven't tried those. But
We can arrange
it's
something.
it's weird how certain things do that.
Yeah.
So I was really bummed because I always enjoy that day. It's so fun to be around all the stuff and
Yeah.
then buy a bunch of shit and put it in the yard. And I sit in the yard and I enjoy it and it makes me happy.
Mhm.
So Sunday after work, I stopped by a nursery. I went looking around and I bought a bunch of stuff because I wasn't able to
Right.
go to Eastern Market. And I had to keep it in my car for a few days because we had all these storms coming
range, yeah.
through and I didn't want it to get whatever. So this morning before I was coming in, I'm like, all right, let me get this stuff out.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing it into the backyard. And as I'm carrying it, I'm looking at the stuff. And honestly, it's funny because the same thing, like as I'm looking at these flowers and stuff, I just feel happy. Like I'm like, oh my God, yeah, this is so cool. Like, oh, I can't wait to plant this. And
Yeah.
I just got this feeling rising up of happiness.
Yeah.
So obviously flowers, and that gives me that. So I'm just
Yeah.
curious, like
So mushrooms
what,
will too.
Yeah,
what
for sure.
is there something like that with you guys that like when
yeah.
you do or see or just have that kind of bring that up in you? Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Just a lot of things.
Really?
drugs?
But he
or is
said
there
no.
other
He said
things too?
birds like the other day. Remember? He's
Just
like,
a
look at
lot
that
of
bird.
different
Yeah,
things.
I'm
Youth
just,
and
I
birds.
just thought it was interesting, like I said, because when I was doing that, I felt that, and I realized, like I realized what I was feeling. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just so happy. Like this, brings out
Sometimes-
these feelings.
Sometimes cinnamon toast crunch makes me feel
was
that
about-
way.
I was about
I'm
to say
not gonna
something.
lie,
Toast Crunch.
sometimes that makes me really happy too.
I was about to say food. I was about to say food makes me real happy. Maybe devil lettuce cigarette every once in a while.
What is that?
It's a joint of
Okay.
marijuana. Allegedly.
I have
don't
not
know.
heard it referred to.
I don't know. Maybe make you feel a little happy. I don't
Well,
know.
that makes
Allegedly, basketball, sports, watching a great movie. I'm talking like
movies, yeah.
Tarantino style
Yeah.
movie where you're not thinking during the movie. The movie's so good
You're
that
enveloped.
it's doing the thinking for you.
Well, you know what?
We should watch it.
stuff
Take our
like
time
that.
mooning,
You know what? Same thing. So me, I like more comedies, and like I think what was it? It was somewhere around Easter. I was up by myself and I threw on Hitch while I was doing
Hitch is
something.
a great movie.
And yeah, I'm
It's a
watching
good
that, and
movie.
it was the same thing. Like I'm going through. I know this movie. Like I can quote most of it, and I'm
Yeah.
singing and I'm dancing. I got the same feeling. That's what I was thinking. It's like I love.
No,
this
you're
movie.
right. I mean, you guys know that I love movies, number one, but I think I love, and it's something I miss really a lot, and I will be one of the first people to go back. The movie the theater.
Being at the
Theater.
theater
The
gives you
theater
that?
experience
Theater
gives me that. Like the smell of the burnt popcorn at
yeah.
MJR.
One that we go to.
Yeah, it's always burnt, but it's good. I just love the smell. There's just something about it, man. Just the
Nostalgia,
feeling. It's just
yeah.
like I feel so happy when I'm sitting there knowing I'm going to be entertained. Whether it's a good and you guys know, have I ever
Oh my
went to
God.
a movie and thought it was terrible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know. We've seen a lot of bad.
I've seen a
movies.
lot
Yeah,
of
but
bad
I
movies.
always like them. I always like them. I think there was one movie.
You'll still be
Oh,
happy
no.
because you're in your happy place, even if it's a bad movie.
I think there was. I can't remember what the movie was, but there was. I can only think of one movie, and it
But
was
maybe that's
recently
it.
that
maybe
happened.
because being at a theater is like your happy place. That's
It is.
probably like from when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Like one of
Yeah.
your really
Temple.
happy
Well, yeah.
memories is
Yeah,
going
going
to the
to
show.
Amityville Horror.
Yeah, because your
when
mom
I was
would take
8.
you to those
Yeah, when I was
terrifying
8.
movies.
I was 8, and she
It's a
took me
good
to the.
movie, too, man.
As a matter of fact, you know what I saw? I almost watched it, but I didn't even know. I wondered if it was just a weird memory. It was called Happy Birthday to Me. It was
No.
called Happy Birthday to Me.
Yeah,
And I thought it
what
was
a memory.
actually.
That's a
Yeah, it was like a 1980 movie
Yeah,
or
it's a
something like that,
terrible movie.
or maybe even earlier. I saw that as a recommended last night when I was looking through
No.
my Xfinity.
I think Oh no. Okay, I seen something similar to that, similar title, but
yeah, or maybe it isn't Happy Birthday. It's like, anyways, it was about like I don't know. It was just happy. As a matter of fact, I think my fear of bridges came from that movie.
No way.
Because in that movie, there was a drawbridge scene where a car got stuck on the top as it was opening,
Oh, shit.
and then the car fell into
It
the,
all
the
unveiled.
well, it's
river.
probably that and your brother.
Yeah, I
with
think
the
your brother.
Mackinac
Yeah, well, that
Bridge.
too. Yeah.
What'd he do?
Yeah, he used to just always say because there was. Can you punch this up for me?
They would go to
Mackinac Bridge.
every
Hang on one
year
second.
because
all the
Hang
time.
on.
Family was
Hang-
up there.
Punch up Mackinac Bridge. No, not truck.
Okay,
It's
okay.
a Yugo.
Okay.
Yugo.
Is it YUGO or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yugo
He's
off
too young to know
Mackinac
what a
Bridge.
Yugo is, Brian.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't speak
So,
hieroglyphics.
so high wind spurs memory of Mackinac Bridge death, and this car plunged off the bridge.
is this the actual photo? Oh,
Yeah,
this is them taking that
That's
out.
that's the actual
Look at it
photo of the
crushed
car
from the
that
impact.
blew off a
Recover car
bridge.
and remains of Leslie Ann Pluer or something, which plunged off the Mackinac Bridge on September 22nd, 1989.
Jesus,
That's crazy.
and it was a mango Yugo.
And listen, I'm not afraid of bridges, and that bridge is friggin' crazy, man.
That's a
Like,
scary bridge,
It's
man.
long.
And
It don't stop.
yeah,
It's a cool bridge.
it's cool, but it's definitely like you could see why if you were afraid of bridges, you wouldn't like that bridge at
it's
all.
very ominous.
Yeah.
It's a very because like from 5 miles away you,
You could see it. It's like almost like a skyscraper in New York. You
Yeah,
see
just
the Empire
like 5
State.
miles away you see it and you're like, oh my god,
No.
Freak out
what
about
the
it.
hell, man?
Mom. Jake, can you turn my headphones down a little bit, please?
I don't know which one it is right now.
This
It'd be
one. So we were in San Francisco. Okay.
Oh
We were in
shit,
San Francisco.
shit,
It's
yeah,
the Golden Gate Bridge, baby.
yeah. Oof,
And we had to cross it. We had to
Yeah.
cross
We
it.
did.
we did.
And my dad is so deathly afraid of
Yeah.
bridges. He had to pull the fucking car out,
Yeah,
get out, and he was like looking at it. And he was just like, he's like, I don't know. And mom had to get out and go
drive. Yeah,
and
yeah,
drive
she had to
because-
drive across
'cause
it,
you
yeah.
couldn't drive
I couldn't
across the
drive
bridge.
across that
and I
damn
remember
thing,
you
man.
got out and you were looking at the bridge and you were just like, oh my god, I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's true. It's a true story.
But
yeah.
wait, didn't we go from there to driving up those
Straight
mountains?
up.
Where
Yeah.
It was
I
like
was
straight
having
up.
the heart attack.
You're like, oh my god,
of my
because
nightmare.
that's your
Because
nightmare.
That's my nightmare.
Yeah, we went
I
from
have a
my nightmare to your
yes,
nightmare.
Oh,
I
that's
have a
romantic.
recurring nightmare
Yeah.
from when I was a child of driving up a freeway that went straight up, and then we just fell backwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And then I always woke up falling backwards.
Oh,
and so I'm driving because he's terrified. We start weaving up these,
Oh my
these
God.
That-
whatever.
that-
We can't turn back,
No.
and they keep getting steeper and steeper.
You were
and
screaming.
I'm freaking out, and they're in the
Screaming.
background crying, laughing. You and Jane,
Screaming.
like, and I'm just like, oh my god, it keeps getting.
But dude, it was pretty fucked up because it was to the point where you couldn't see the road. It was
You couldn't
just
see
the
the road.
sky.
Yeah, you
It
couldn't
was
see the
just
road.
the sky.
Literally
You were
my
like, "Wait,
nightmare.
No, that is true.
I
great.
literally felt like we were gonna go backwards at
I
any
know,
minute.
that's
and I'm like,
fucked
who
up,
the
huh?
fuck lives here? There was houses.
I know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, there were literally houses
that
right on the
lived
side of the
that
road. Yeah.
shit. Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Those
And it was
people are
interesting
weird.
because the houses to the right, literally at the edge of their house, remember there was like
Was
2,000
nothing.
feet drop.
Nothing.
Yeah, like a 2,000-foot drop at the edge of their house into
What
the.
kind of crazy psychopath lives there?
It'd be me. I'd be living there. Stat.
weird.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
But it would probably
It
had a
was
beautiful view of the
crazy.
bay.
Yeah,
and
beautiful
the-
view of death.
Yeah.